forgiveness of the BLM and the state land office and the codes enforcers, the police and the sheriff, because those institutions are not able to stop the changes happening on the East Mesa. So I apologize to each of the institutions. You're all underfunded, you're understaffed, you don't have the necessary policies to do anything, or the staff. So I forgive all of that. So this is part of my series on the 12 Facets of Reality by Gurudev Sri Shichabanu. And in that book, which is amazing, by the way, he looks at how to reflect upon life, how to see life for what it is, instead of our fantasies about nature and life, etc., our concepts of what the East Mesa should be, for example, what this hackberry tree, how it should be taken care of. That is a sort of rigidity that I have adopted here at age 75, almost 76. And that rigidity causes me to fight the institutions who are not capable of doing anything about it. So when I look at the 12 facets of reality, bhavanas, as they're called in Sanskrit, for 7,000 years, and the bhavanas means a reflection. So each facet is a reflection. And the JAIN monks would initiate the new seers by having them do these 12 reflections. And each reflection is its own lesson, its own practice. And what is the value of it? You meditate on these reflections, and each of them changes your consciousness. And you get out of your inertia, your anxiety, your rigidity, your mood, your delusion, your craving, and you become aware of your attachment. So I become attached to this tree, and in a way that's not healthy for me or for the tree, or for these institutions that are already there to care for these trees and the stock pond, etc. So initiates are taught at dusk here. And as I look up at the sky, I'll show you the sky. It's morning now, so I'm doing it at dawn. You can see overhead are clouds. Now, as dusk approaches, I won't be able to see those clouds anymore, right? And if I'm in a moonless night, I can, at early dusk, I can see the cloud, I can see the forms and shapes of a cloud. Oh, that's a dragon, that's a butterfly, that's a bear, and then the shape will shift with the wind, and pretty soon it's dark, and the JAIN monk will ask the trainee, what do you see? I can see nothing. Where'd the clouds go? Well, they're still there, but I can't see them. The sun is down. Is the sun down, or did the earth rotate? Well, the earth rotates. So the sun isn't gone, is it? No, the clouds are not gone, right? The earth rotated. The sun looked like it vanished, but it didn't. And I become consciousness of the changes themselves that indicate the ever-presence of the changeless. Now that the sun's going to last, another 10 billion years, but for now, it's kind of changeless. Now the dry leaves drop from the tree here, the twigs break. Let me get a dry leaf here. Okay, so here's a dry leaf fallen from the tree. We're approaching winter, right? It's late September. Then it'll be October, November, December, January, February. All the leaves will fall from the tree. You can see up there now it's a lot of green leaves. And that'll change, right? And I need to look at the growth of the tree is still there, but it's me that fears the change. This is Cuddle Bear. He loves to be part of everything. So the death of the tree, as people break its branches, I've done videos on that. It caused me some alarm because I want to enjoy the bliss of being of the tree. But the tree is anatya, A-N-I-T-Y-A means it's transient, it's ever-changing. It's not natya, so natya is changeless, permanent, ever-moving nature, right? And it's changeless, but the changeless of the ever-moving nature is what's permanent about it. See how these two concepts relate together, right? So anitya, it's ever-changing. Nitya is changeless. So it's interesting as a professor of organizational change and development, how the changing and the changelessness are two sides of the same thing. So the leaves of the hackberry fall, right? And I'm attached to seeing the green hackberry tree. I've got to let loose of that. I'm letting loose of that because I'm finding my spiritual path is not clinging to the possessiveness of the tree or the pond, but to let it change. Let the BLM, the codes, the police, the sheriff, the politicians do their thing, and eventually sell off the land. It'll change. Suburbs will happen here. Houses and schools and roads, and there'll be less of the East Mesa, and I will miss it, I'm sure. But a deeper self-investigation as the East Mesa ceases, the trees cease, the pond cease, the stock pond, the ranchers are not here anymore. Cuddle Bear, come here, let me get your leash here in case somebody's walking. You don't want to disrupt their walk. Got a hold of the two puppies. All right, so I guess that kind of explains just about all of it. Though the tree and the pond are disappearing, the stock pond's disappearing. I mean, no rancher here with cows anymore. So this stock pond is just a remnant of the past of when there were ranchers, and before that when people had the overland stage and etc. So my nostalgia for the past is giving me attitude, and what I want to do is have that sense of blissfulness and joy, and accept the change, and see, uncover what's beneath the change is what's changeless. And as I do that, there's a change in my own inner being, and I'm able to see the world not through these dark glasses of revolt, but I see the world in a loving, caring way. But I realize I am not the caretaker. That's not me. I'm the storyteller. But I'm also on a spiritual path to become the JAIN SEER, to see each of the 12 facets of reality, and this was the first facet. Stay tuned. Each week we will look at another facet till we have studied all 12. Thank you. This is David Boji, East Mesas, Las Cruces, and we have a website, davidboji.com/shamanic, and we have a meeting every Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and you're welcome to go there or go to davidboji.com. You can go to that website, and you'll see the Zoom link and the password, which, by the way, is my name, Boji, capital B.